Robert E. Lee did not just inherit a handful of family servants from his mother, Anne Hill Carter Lee, who died in 1829. Those enslaved people he mostly hired out. But in 1857, when his father-in-law, George Washington Parke Custis, died, Lee took legal control of nearly 200 enslaved men, women, and children at Arlington Plantation. Custis's will was clear. After debts and legacies to his 4 granddaughters were paid, the enslaved people were to be freed, and the emancipation had to be finished within 5 years of his death. Robert E. Lee was named the main executor. Lee did not free them right away. He worked them the full 5 years to pay off the estate's debts. He hired many out to distant plantations, splitting families in the process. When 3 claimed the freedom they believed had been promised and tried to escape, they were hunted down. Wesley Norris later testified that Lee ordered them stripped and whipped. Wesley, his sister Mary Norris, and George Parks. 50 lashes to the men and 20 lashes for Mary. Lee even petitioned Virginia courts for permission to hold the enslaved people longer than the will allowed. The courts refused. In May 1861, the Union Army seized Arlington. Most of the enslaved people walked to freedom under federal protection. The freedmen's village rose on the very grounds that they had worked. Only on December 29, 1862, 11 weeks past the 5-year limit, did Lee sign the formal deed of manumission. It was recorded in Richmond on January 2, 1863, one day after Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation took effect. By then, freedom had already arrived at Arlington without him. Lee used every legal day the will permitted, enforced the system with the lash when challenged, and tried to stretch the deadline further. This is the documented record of how Robert E. Lee handled the largest group of enslaved people ever placed under his control.